"85% of our wild plants and cultivated crops are dependent on bees for their reproduction. And this shows how important bees are in ensuring food security and ecosystem stability. Although bees are often observed pollinating agricultural crops, they seldom nest there. They rely on semi-natural habitats. And this makes protected areas, which are in the form of national parks in our countries, important refuge sites for bees. However, most of these areas have no bee conservation activities, and the research and conservation is much biased towards vertebrate species. This project therefore endeavors to determine the major threats to bees in protected areas. Secondly, to identify the bee species that are found in protected areas and the plant species that they interact with, and also to determine their preferred habitat types. In doing all this, the project is going to use questionnaire surveys, interviewing people in the communal areas as well as park authorities, and we're also going to use sweep nets and pen traps in capturing the bees. We're also going to use DNA metabarcoding techniques in identifying unknown bee species. And lastly, we're also going to use camera traps to capture the interactions, the bees and the plant interactions, so that we understand the interactions that the bees have within the protected areas. So in doing all this work, we have got a competent team which comprises myself, Gugulethu Tarakini, an agroecologist, Professor Robert Msundire, an entomologist. We also have Billy Butete, a botanist, Jubilant Ncube, an ecologist, and Eugene Ncube, a media and marketing personnel who's going to cover all the work. So this work is supposed to give us an inventory of bees in the park, an identification of vulnerable species, a documentary of plant-bee interactions. We are also expecting to discover some new species, since it's a fairly new site in terms of bee conservation, and lastly, to be able to come up with bee conservation strategies. So the whole outcome, we hope to inform policy, to guide bee conservation activities, and inspire the general public to conserve bees. Thank you.